Okay, hello everybody. So I'm out with my dad right now. We're just checking on my grandmother's house, my grandparents' house actually, because they're in Florida right now for the rest of winter. They'll be back um in April, sometime in April. Um and I recently wanted to share you a story about the good deed that I did. So there was just there was a little older woman, right? Probably like in her 80s or 90s. Um, she was walking with a walker, and we were in the lineup in the grocery store in the basics. Um, you know, paying our food in that, paying for our food, and my dad was packing up. So I turned to the woman. I had a little look at her, and we were about to leave, and then I just turned to her and said, "Hey, do you want me to get that for you at the bottom?" Because she had a case of pop and her drink in the bottom of her walker, and I thought she would have a difficult time getting down there to get it. So I asked if she wanted me to get out for her. So I did, and of course she already had a drink that she was drinking, so she didn't need to pay for that. But she needed to pay for the bottle of water. So I got out some of her bags that were in the bottom of the walker as well. So then she would have bags to pay for. She would have bags to put her stuff in there. I'm not sure how much she needed really, but I got a few out for her. So she was just like, "Oh, thank you very much." And you know, on our way out, I felt extremely happy inside because I felt extremely happy because it makes me feel good about myself when I do a good thing for somebody, you know? It makes me feel really, really, really happy inside whenever I do a good thing. And because it was an older lady with a walker, I had a great grandmother, a wonderful lady. Her name was Dorothy Bush. A wonderful lady, very funny, and very, very, very happy to see us when we went up to Kirkland Lake to see her. And I know how much she struggled with the walker at times. And so I just decided to do the same for this lady because this lady reminded me so much of my great grandmother when we used to go to her place and she used to walk the walker in the house, right? And I kind of thought, what if this was my great grandmother outside and in the basics right now by herself, and she had a cart, she had a walker full of stuff. How would she be able to do that? You know, so. And although my grandmother was like 94, it's like I thought to myself, what if that was my great grandmother or my family member? You know, so it it so that's what I thought. I thought about what if that was my family member, you know? And she was out alone and she looked like she was having a hard time. Not saying that she did, but it's always good to help the elderly anyway, because you never know. You never know. You never know what if they're having a bad day, and they a little bit of kindness can help turn their day around for anybody at any age, but especially the elderly, because you know you got to think about it, right? Elderly people, way, way, way back then, when they were about my age and a lot of people's ages, they worked extremely hard to take care of their family. And some of them, they worked extremely hard at their job. And so when they get older and they need help, and they appear to need help anyway, sometimes it's good to help the elderly person, even if they may not need any help very much. It looked like that this woman did. Um, but yeah, it was just good to help her out, because I thought, of the hard work and the fact that this lady might have worked as well, and this lady would have done the same thing when she was my age. I have no doubt about it. And I'm only 32. And when she was 32 years old, she probably would have done the same thing for other people. So I thought, so when I had to think about that too. So it doesn't hurt to show a little bit of kindness once in a while. You know, it it would hurt more at that time if I didn't help her. It would make me feel selfish and stupid and ignorant.